Welcome to Casto's Close-Up, Episode 6. Today we'll be talking to Martin Brossman and Bill Davis, two success coaches in the Raleigh, North Carolina area, who are also master networkers, and they have arranged some of the best alignable meetups in the country. They'll be going through some do's and don'ts for us so that you can hear all of the tips you need to know so that you can stage your own alignable meetups and be as successful as they've been. Let's hear what Bill and Martin have to say. Thank you guys for joining us today. This is fantastic.
Great to be here.
Great, absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about what your events are like. Of course, I've seen them on Facebook and you've talked to me about them off camera before, but tell us a little bit about what happens at these events.
Well, I'll tell you, the thing that most people coming to this kind of event want is to be able to connect with other like-minded business owners and entrepreneurs. And so we run the meetup with very little structure. We don't have program. The opportunity is people come in, they're greeted, just as Martin said. To the extent that we can help them understand who in the room it would benefit for them to meet, we do that. And then we have a drawing. That's the only program at this event is we have a drawing. I will tell you, we actually use the drawing as the mechanism to collect the contact information on people so that they can be connected with, thanks for coming, etc. But we do a brief drawing, but the whole event is people connecting and having conversation with other people that are there that they would benefit from meeting.
So tell me a little bit more about the ideal place for one of the events. Would it be a restaurant? Would it be somewhere else that serves food? Would it be a library? Where do you think?
Well, I'm going to add a few because Bill picked an excellent one and give him credit for it. You want a place that has easy parking. That's very important.
Yes.
And the place he found, Fox and Hound, is in North Hills. And even though it has a lot of stuff going on, they were smart enough to have parking. Plenty of parking. They've got a Penny's and a lot of stuff. It's one of these developed community things where they want people to come in and get it. The other thing is a place that doesn't have a lot of noise and a corner you can kind of set up in. And Bill found a place like this where we can set aside their areas. You can kind of set up your table. We have our little drawing in our table and we have a little stand that lets people know who we are. In fact, Bill, there's another group that comes in. They don't have a stand, and we've often had them. It's a technical group, and they come over and hang out with us for a while before they realize I really meant to go to another group. I had so much fun with you. So we got a few extras.
Yeah, that's right.
Those would be important. I don't know that I'd want a library, and I don't know that I'd want a live band. And I don't, people want to at least have a beer. Some place that would have like beer, wings, and things like that. And now we've just added sponsors. Bill's done that in the past, but I reinitiated a sponsor program to pay for the food and help out because it's really nice to have some wings and things and make sure you get food that's easy to eat. Don't get something that's a mess, to have there.
What a great point. That's true.
It also makes the logistics easier. There is refreshment there. Either the participants can pay for or whoever's hosting the event can choose to do that, as well as food is there.
So what's the ideal timing then? Are we talking maybe 5 o'clock? Are we thinking 5 to 7? What's worked out best for you?
We've consistently scheduled it for 5:30 to 7:30. And what that does in my mind, at least, is it gives people time to end their business day and come to the event, but still they can leave at an early enough time to get home and get on with the other activities that they have. So over the years, we've found that 5:30 to 7:30 is a good period of time. It's not too short, not too long. It starts late enough, but it doesn't start late, and it ends early enough, but it doesn't end too early.
And I want to add something to that. As soon as you set a time and location, you have people go, if you had it later, I could come. If you moved it to Cary, I can come. And I just want to say, no offense to those who say it, but I've had enough of these where I followed that advice and those people never made it. So if you're starting this, if you got one or two, I don't care how much you love them,
Right.
Be consistent, be consistent, be consistent. Moving a group will kill it. Changing the time will kill it. Not showing up when you say you will kill it. And Bill and I know this about accountability and roundtables too. Consistency is most important.
So tell me a little bit about how often you have yours.
We have, it's a monthly occurrence, always the last Tuesday, always every month. So we find the location and we stay there.
That's great. So people don't forget where they're going. They don't have to look it up again, right? All of that. Anything to lessen the potential hassle that might be involved.
That's exactly right. Absolutely.
Who are the ideal people to come to something like this?
The one thing to understand is this is not a show up and cold call event. You know, the fundamental of Alignable is think in terms of building alliances you stand next with, looking out for customers, not I walk in the door and I don't see my customer, I'm leaving. If you have that mentality, I don't know where to go, because that doesn't work too well, because no one wants to be pitched to because they put their shield up the moment you're doing it. It's like the old elevator pitches are terrible advice for micro business owners. So I want to say that because I've had some people show up and I try to listen and someone goes, well, I don't see anyone here that's my immediate customer. And I go, well, they should run from you if you have that attitude to start with.
My focus is on creating an event that's attractive and comfortable for who we want at the event, which are business owners and sales professionals that are interested in developing relationships and alliances that will be useful in their business, as opposed to just headhunting the next customer or next client.
And tell me this, how do you best promote the events to the local business community? And also, what is your local business community in terms of reach for one of these events?
Obviously, we use Alignable.
Mm-hmm.
We use word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I communicate it through my community of clients and prospects. I actually have a weekly event newsletter that goes out to my mailing list. And this event is listed every week. And we use other social media presence.
That's great. So finally, any other tips to give to people?
So what I have to say is, if you start this and someone shows up, you say, look, if you enjoyed it, I'd like your help. Bring another guest next time. And don't assume you're going to do this one or two times and the doors will follow in. You got to be building time 3 to 6 months or a year of showing up and then asking people if they got it. I'd like you to come back and bring a friend. So again, strategic allies is good, so you're not doing as a lone wolf. And also realize you got to give it time to build trust. People are going to watch it, and then you need to ask. If you got value, if you enjoyed it, bring someone next time.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you both for all these great tips, and most importantly for throwing these great events. And it sounds like they're always a big success, but you plan them out, but you don't plan them too much, right? You let people mingle, mix and mingle, and find their own contacts. But again, they need to know they're in the right place, so you greet them and you help them out along the way. That sounds good.
Great, our pleasure. Thanks a lot, Charles. It was great meeting you.
Great meeting you too. And Martin, always a pleasure. And I'll talk to you soon, buddy, okay?
Sounds good. Take care.
Thanks for watching this episode of Casto's Close-Up. If you'd like to reach out to Bill or Martin, please contact them through their Alignable profiles. I'm sure they would love to hear from you. And if you're interested in being on Casto's Close-Up, please reach out to me at this email address. And finally, so that you can really stay in the loop on our future Casto's Close-Up episodes, subscribe to our YouTube channel, which will send you alerts whenever we have a new episode out there. Have a great day.